video in the dark, just waking up, catching up on things, thinking about stuff. Wanted to make a short video this morning. I just read an article in WKRN News out of Tennessee. It says Tennessee is one of 4 states chosen to pilot the program of basically storage and dispersal, I don't know how you want to call it, to the citizens of the vaccine. The vaccine has to be kept really, really cold, and so they're trying to figure out a way to do that. So I would suggest to everyone who possibly can, go out and buy all the dry ice that you can, so that it makes a shortage of dry ice, because that right there is one of their top theories on how to do it so far. In that article, it said in July that Pfizer signed an agreement with Department of Defense, the U.S. Department of Defense, and the U.S. Health and Human Services to distribute 300 million doses starting in 2021. So this is their big plan. There's a lot of talk about reset now in the last, week, and the United Nations website, they're just talking about it just right out. It's, they can no longer call us conspiracy theorists, because what we have said and everybody has laughed at and mocked and joked for years is now coming true right in front of people's eyes. It's not being hidden anymore. The Canadian frou-frou fairy leader, I don't know how else to describe Justin Trudeau, in that speech that he made a few days ago, I mean, he sounded like an absolute fluff ball. Like he's not even man enough to have like a real true man voice. I digress. He announced to his people that this is the Great Reset, that it's a wonderful opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it. So it's out there, right in front of your eyes. There's just so many people who are so asleep that they won't realize it, and they're going to take that vaccine. Also, I wanted to touch on how there's all these curfews being implemented. All kinds of states now, like Colorado, California, Ohio, Massachusetts, I don't know, Pennsylvania, I don't know how many more, probably Virginia. I'd say, it's going to be illegal for me to go to Virginia, all these states implementing these curfews. So you have to be in by 10 o'clock because of COVID. I mean, in what world does that make any sense to anyone? But people just do it. Why do you do it when it doesn't make any sense? Like, what on earth could make somebody think, okay, if I stay in my house at nighttime, it's going to help to cut down on COVID? The rules that they make become more and more draconian and more stupid at the same time period, and people just believe it. So I guess I've personally known 2 people now with it, and both of them wore masks. Well, no, I'm sorry, not 2. I've known 4 people now with it. And they've all, every one of them, worn their mask just like they were told and ended up with it. So, in what world does that make sense to you to wear something on your face that is potentially causing you other health problems just to placate some person of authority who's telling you to do this, knowing good and well that it's not going to work, knowing good and well that it doesn't help, but you're doing it anyway just because somebody told you to? In what world does that make sense? I don't get it. And I'm having a really hard time accepting the fact that so many of my fellow countrymen and women will do the most asinine, Orwellian things just because somebody is telling them to do it. I'm having a real hard time with that lately. And I'm so ready to... I just wish that whatever is happening would just freaking happen. I mean, it's happening slowly. But I just wish that everything would happen all at once, because I'm I'm sick of it and I'm tired of it. And, here I am at, 6:30 in the morning ranting about it. Knowing the truth is so hard sometimes, but I'm so thankful that I do. But it's so frustrating to go through this life and have to see loved ones just fall for this absolute bull, and just follow right along. Just get in line. Well, it's such a frustrating life. I just I don't know. I'm really ready to head to the hills. But yeah, I mean, I mainly just wanted to touch on those things, like wear a mask, catch the COVID. COVID comes out a lot worse at nighttime, so stay in your house at nighttime because of COVID. Here in Tennessee, where we can get by without wearing a mask, but people choose to because someone authorizes them. We're going to be one of the first states for the trial run of the vaccine by a company that signed an agreement with the Department of Defense on how to use the vaccine. The walls are closing in, people. The walls are closing in, and I'm not going to be inside the wall. I'm outside. I'm outside the box. Any day now, I'm ready to roll. Peace out.